So Harry Styles from One Direction has released a new single. It's his first solo single. I want to start this out by saying something that a lot of people might actually think. I don't arbitrarily hate One Direction. In fact, I'd go as far as saying I quite appreciate some of their songs. I mean, I don't necessarily like them, but you know, they're there to fill radio time, and studies suggest 93% of us still consume music primarily through radio, interestingly enough. New music, that is. And it does fill radio time, and it's catchy enough to keep people listening, and I don't particularly mind it. You know, One Direction formed part of X Factor in 2010. I thought they were good, personally. I didn't think they had fairly talented vocalists. I mean, nothing worse or better than anything else at that time. The One Direction discography is like, it's just a standard boy band. There's nothing worse than anything else. There's a lot of haters of One Direction, I understand that. Anyway, moving into this. So Harry Styles has now released his first solo single since leaving One Direction. I think One Direction are on a temporary hiatus, I might say. I think probably they will come back together when Simon Cowell gets skin. And by the way, that is my chair that I'm on. This is a very old squeaky chair. Anyway, let's just get straight into the track. So it uses the chord progression F, A minor, C. A quick background into this track. Harry did write, I'm assuming, the bare bones of this himself, from what I've read. And apparently he's been practicing piano. I mean, he's just using left hand only to play some chords. I mean, an A minor and C are the relative major and relative minor of one another. I mean, it's nothing, he's hardly reinvented the wheel there. But that aside, but just because there's no augmentation or doesn't mean it's not good. It is pretty basic. Honestly, that's fine. It can just sound a bit elementary, and boring, which it does, but it's no different to Christina Perri or something, who does more or less the same thing. I really like the vocal effect used in the high ranges here in the chorus sort of thing. I think that's actually really well executed. Whoever produced this really has a bit of a David Bowie fetish, especially recently. I mean, the basic chords do run all the way through. There's no counter melody, which might lighten it up because this song, it's slow. It could do with something to really give it. I mean, the mix is fine. It's got lots of instrumentation, but the instrumentation is just following that F, A minor, C pattern. A counter melody would have been nice because the vocal melody again is nothing special. The lyrics are a bit obvious and predictable, but they're like fine. If Harry wrote these himself, I mean, they're very middle of the road, and for a first debut single, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm looking forward to what after at this point. I'm looking forward to hearing what Harry comes out with in the future. The use of the pentatonic scale in the choir and the bridge, I thought was superb. I put 3 ticks next to it in my notes, as in like, that is fantastic. It did start to sound like Adele. Like, let's be realistic, after a while. So Harry could have given this away to Adele if he did write the bare bones of this, which I think he did. Honestly, it's not half bad. It's boring, but the majority of popular music is there to fill airtime, like I said. So, it has its ups and its downs. I can't. I'm not just gonna, like I said, I don't arbitrarily hate on pop stars. So, for me, this is not too bad. Not too bad at all. like I say, I am actually looking forward now to what Harry's got coming out with his solo stuff, and I really hope he has written the majority of what's about to be released on his own, because then he can be started taken as a serious artist. He's a, you know, still got a cold. He's not the greatest vocalist of all time, but you know, neither are most artists really. Singers tend to be just that and not produce their own material. I don't have any major faults with this. I'm looking forward to what's coming out in the future from Harry. This is by far, by a country mile, better than the solo work Zayn has been doing. Not that I'm pitching them against each other. Well, I am, but Harry, this just has more integrity. I've given this 60%, which is a B minus. Not bad, not half bad from Harry Styles. I think it's on Spotify already. Obviously this is a huge artist. I don't need to go in the description below and be like, please buy this for £5, no doubt the artist, because I'm pretty sure Harry Styles is not struggling for money. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to have a quick look into this to see who, you know, the whole background, but I can't find much on it yet because it did just get released today. But whoever produced it did a really good job. The arrangement of the extra instrumentation can get it can lag on. Like I say, no counter melody, but it has quite a Bowie theme in it, and the vocals and the melody do sound a bit like Adele. Well, a lot like Adele. I'd quite like to see who was involved in this. But as I said, 60%, B minus. Could have given it a C plus, but I went with a B minus. Not bad, Harry. Keep up the good work. I've been Purple Atlas, and thank you very much.